You did?
Yeah, he was giving a speech.
Yes, he was. Yeah, I know. He gave one. Didn't he? Was it good? Very good. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to do Palestine.
Yes, Palestine.
CNN.
The land of my birth.
Roads. And movement.
You know that,
Land of your birth.
I'm 3 months older than the state.
Oh, you told me that. Well, I'm a year older than the
Let's
state.
all give it up for Jeremy Corbyn, guys.
Hello. Yes, well, thank you very much. I think this is all right. I'm going to pick up some of these to have in my hand. All right. Well, are we ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. We just had a superb speech from Haiku, as always, and I want us to thank Haiku for his never-ending knowledge, delivery powers, and expression.
Let's give it one more time up for Jeremy
Okay.
Corbyn.
Yeah,
come on, Piers!
Jeremy Corbyn used
on,
to be my
Piers.
brother, now I'm his brother, but he'll soon turn around again. Okay, I want to talk about Palestine. I want to talk about ULEZ, and I want to talk about the movement, some things going on there. And please, people, someone's going around with leaflets. There's leaflets here, and we need money for more leaflets. We've got no more leaflets. Everything you see is there. We need more money for leaflets, please. On the video, yes. Okay, Palestine. Haiku's explained most of it, and I would repeat: we must oppose any invasion of Palestine.
Woo! Yes!
Thank you. And we should support every action there is to oppose that. I mean, tremendous march yesterday. I was there, fantastic. There must have been 50,000 people because it filled up Trafalgar Square, Whitehall and Parliament Square. Most of it, and all at once. Spread out a bit, but that was about 50,000, I'm sure. Now, we have to continue the pressure on the Israeli government to say no to this deadly war. Now, one idea might be hunger strikes outside the Israeli embassy. I don't know. If there's people prepared to do that, do it. Other things is demonstrations against anything involving the Israeli government. And we should call for a boycott of Israeli things. But, you know, that isn't going to happen because our government, their government, the American government are all in this together. So, all I can say is then on that, victory to the Palestinian people! And I'm really glad my brother was out there yesterday. You don't see him around often, but he was out there supporting Palestine. So I want to say thank you, Jeremy. And one thing to notice about the fake news that's been going around, and the internet, you can see this, CNN put out a news story which was totally, absolutely fake. It was about supposed bombs and threats happening against people in Israel. So they acted as actors, these journalists. They were lying down on banks pretending to be in fear. And they had a film of that, filming them practicing this, and then the film was actually put out. It's utter monstrosity. Let us be clear that Hamas is largely funded by Israel anyway, and the mainstream media are funded by Israel and Bill Gates and all the same cabal anyway. So they built up this story to build a mass hysteria in Israel in order to justify this invasion and mass killing. But there's a question we must ask ourselves, because number one, it's clear the Israelis would have known about the invasion because they were involved in preparing it, because they fund Hamas. Secondly, the Russians would have known because they are very friendly with Iran. Iran is very friendly with Hamas. So all the players knew. So what are the Russians doing? Are they up to something next? Because they could well be. It may be when there's an Israeli invasion, the Russians will be there, ready. Who knows? So Israel might lose 300,000 troops, who knows? And that would be the end of the Israeli state. Let's think, there are big things going on there. but whatever, we must be absolutely clear. We want no deaths of any Palestinians in an invasion. That is absolutely evil. So I repeat again, victory to the Palestinian people.
Yeah.
And now this phone is going, but I will ignore it. It says private number, we'll definitely ignore it. No, I don't think so. Okay, ultra low emission zone. Now, just on the background to roads, I was late here because there's more roadblocks, more road closures everywhere. And I want people to understand that these road closures mean traffic goes longer distances and travels slower. That makes more pollution. Everything Sadiq Khan does makes more pollution, not less. Crystal clear. Now, the most efficient speed for motor cars is actually between 60 and 70 miles an hour. So we should be making roads go faster, not slower. They go at 20 miles an hour, it's more pollution, longer journeys, and also dangerous. And all that stop-starting makes more pollution from the tyres and so forth. Sadiq Khan's policies are an utter, complete, total lie. That's right. That's right, quick round of applause for that. And that means we press on with absolute opposition to ULEZ, which means drive at will, do not pay, and take down the cameras.
Take down the cameras.
Take down the cameras. Drive at will, do not pay, and take down the cameras. And there's going to be a debate in that tea room. Very good, that's next. There's going to be a debate in that tea room on Wednesday, that tea room pub, you know, by Vauxhall, 7 o'clock, about is it a justified action to take down the cameras? Now, to me it's no debate at all, but I'm going to go along there and see what they say. Talk about legalities maybe, but who cares? We've got to do it. Take down the cameras and drive at will and do not pay.
And take down the BBC as well.
And take down the BBC as well.
There's such important than the camera as well.
Yeah, what?
There's such important than the camera.
We have, well,
You know what is it?
there's plenty of people taking down cameras, but we need more to take down cameras. Just do it. Just do it. And we know that about a third of people who've got ULEZ fines have not paid them, and that is a good number. We want to make it 90%, but people are more and more resisting. I've been phoned today about some court cases we could do, about my £61,000 of fines. Although that's written off now, I think. But anyway, there's court cases brewing about ULEZ, and some judges have ruled in our favour. Very interesting. But don't rely on the courts ever. They're only going to come in our favour when there's so much opposition on the ground that the powers that be have to assert the authority of the courts to do what they know they must do.
Who's told you there's a privacy in England?
What?
Who's told you there's a privacy in England?
A privacy?
Yeah, privacy.
Well, there is a privacy,
There's
yeah.
no privacy in England?
Isn't there?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, put it this way, judges will do what they need to do to climb the ladder, especially young judges. You can never rely on the young judges. Sometimes older judges about to retire, they say, well, to hell with it. I'm going to, just for once, find in favour of something. I've seen it happen. It is very interesting, very interesting. I remember a court case, an old judge, it was a squatting case. And we were arguing the toss about this and that, and the judge suddenly said in the middle of the case, he looked at the woman that was defending her squat and I was there helping. He said, you know, you remind me of my daughter. That's what he said. And of course, he let her off. So, wonderful, wonderful. Some judges are even human when they're old enough to be human. I'm getting old enough to be human, but I'm not quite there yet now. No. Okay, so, ULEZ, we will win, we must win. And a quick round of applause for all the people taking down the cameras. Every one of them. Do it, do it, do it. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is the movement. As you know, there's been, you know, as the movement's got a bit smaller, it's now expanding again, but it got smaller because lockdown's ended. And a bit more backbiting and so on. And Angela recently put out a video, which was very good, and not just because it thanked me for things, but she pointed out how people were making up complete fiction stories about her and others, Well, she's been accused of, trying to control me and even trying to kill me. Now, this is insane, completely insane. But people write this utter nonsense because they're paranoid. And you know, we discussed it at the,
gonna kill you?
That's what it said.
How?
How? Poisoning me or getting me in hospital, putting me into hospital where I die under duress by the doctors. Well, anyway, I'm still here.
By the way, it might have been overstraining you.
It didn't work. No comments. But look, let's be clear. We discussed this at the great the United Front conference last weekend, the 7th, and. Point was made, look, we have to deal with this sort of criticism. It's completely nonsense. So people who know the people who've made these claims should talk to them. I mean, I'm not saying in public who has made these claims or any of them, but you know, we have to get to grips with it. However, you see, there's not like an authority in the movement that can say good, bad, whatever. You know, people elevate the idea of a movement as something which can decide things. No, the movement is not that. The movement is a concept which we ourselves generated in order to get people around the struggle to take it forward. But there's not an authority structure. Now, should there be? Well, that's a question. However, I think as we build a united front, we will have, you know, a larger group which will have some sort of authority to say things and talk about demonstrations in a kind of collective manner instead of what happens now, which is very much ad hoc here, ad hoc there, different groups here, different groups there, which are all doing good, or 90% of them are doing good, but more united action on the common cause of the, not Tony Blair's common cause, on the United Front 12 principles, which I think are the way forward and have got tremendous support. Okay, so I look forward to you joining that, taking more leaflets and giving money. We need hundreds of pounds. No, we need thousands of pounds. If I can plead for thousands, I'll have thousands. Okay, well, I want to thank everybody for being here. And I notice George is here. Everyone can introduce themselves, but here we are, some of you dark man in glasses, there we are. And, Martin's here. And,
We're all here.
We're all here, hikers, anyway. Okay, we will end then with resist, defy, do not comply. Resist, defy, do not comply. Resist, defy, do not comply. So guys,
It was a great day yesterday as well, wasn't it?
more leaflets, pardon? It was fantastic.
Yeah, really good.
50,000. Oh, a free cup of tea. I prayed for £1,000 and I got a cup of tea. Salute.
Today.
So recording complete. That's it.
Thank you, yeah. Wonderful.
Couldn't hear Jeremy's speech yesterday. It was so packed.